Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Make sure your notification bell is checked for all so you can get all of this information. Look, we're going to talk about three stock. I think I'm only going to cover three hot stock. I'm calling them hot right now because I see an entry point. We'll see you in 30 seconds. So, good people, those stocks that I'm going to talk about, and not in this order, is Mara, which I believe is reporting at closing bell. Let's look at that. Yes, Mara is reporting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, Chicago, that's 4 p.m. You guys know how to do the math depending on where you live. Okay, so we are going to await that, but I'm going to tell you a few things regardless of the earnings about Mara. As a matter of fact, let's just start with Mara. Did you guys hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell? Okay, thank you so much, good people. Now, let me start by saying this because these stocks are tied to crypto. There may be spam in the comment section. Please do not fall for any spam, okay? And all three of these stocks are swing trades, okay? They're swing trades. And I don't want anyone, if you guys see any knuckleheads saying, Larry said buy this, it's down now, you guys that have been following me know we've made a ton of money trading these stocks. So they will go up, they will go down, right? So I just want to, let's see here, where will we start? You know what? I got to tell you guys that this is brought to you by the Stock Squad. Come over and join the Patreon, the Discord Patreon, right? Once you get to the Patreon, look, go over there, click the link, listen to this video, and you'll hear everything you get with the Patreon, okay? Let's get right into it. So let's look at Marathon Digital. Let's see what we can see. All right. So as we can see, year to date is down 14%, right? Let's call it 14%. We can clearly see it's 13.89%. For the day, it's actually down also, right? Let's just call this 2%, right? So it's down. But remember my rule of thumb. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Remember, let me know if you're making money off of that, okay? Buy the rumor, sell the news. And how is that? You don't need any fancy tools. This is free. Google Finance. Go out 5 days. And the fact of the matter is you could have made money over this period of time doing call options, right? Well, really, if you had did a call option on the 3rd, and you was out by the 6th, you would have made money, okay? So my rule of thumb is I try to be out of my call options before the day of earnings. I rarely hold options past earnings. And if you want to know how to do options, download Stock Up You, okay? Don't play. Invest in yourself first. All right, let's get back to it. So Mara, as my guy, Zip Trader says, Mara, lovely Mara. That's my guy there. Listen, this is what I see with Mara, okay? So just go down this trail with me. As we could see, quarter over quarter now, what you're seeing now is last quarter in their balance sheet, okay? The income statement. So you could see quarter over quarter, all right? The yellow is income and the blue is revenue. So you could see quarter over quarter, in spite of the have happened, you could see quarter over quarter what? Revenue and income has been increasing, right? We like to see that, okay? So don't fall for this FUD. We know that they're doing twice the work for half the money, but they know this and they've governed themselves accordingly. They know how to make money, okay? But these are still swing trades to me. All right, so as you can see, operating expense has went down. Revenue is up. Look at that, 451%. That does not mean that this earnings, they're going to kill it, right? This was last earnings, right? So we could see EBITDA. I want you guys to see what EBITDA is here. This is what EBITDA means. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Okay, that's what it is. It's before all of that. So EBITDA is up 807%. Okay, and then earnings per share, that's what EPS is, up 84%. So that quarter was good, right? Look at that. The quarter before that, the quarter before that. So they're getting things in order, right? They know the halving is coming, but they also have a reward. So that's a whole different deal. I did a video with the CEO of Mara. It is on this page. Please do yourself a favor. And you know what? I'm going to leave it in a box here. I'm going to leave the interview I did with the CEO of Mara in a box here, and the CEO of CleanSpark, the interview there. Why? Because I'm going to start DCAing in them both. When? Today. So what I'm going to do with Mara is wait till after the earnings. All right. And CleanSpark, I'm just going to start today, and MicroStrategy. All right. So now let's listen to this. I've said this, but my guy, Zip Trader, I play CNBC, but I'm going to play a clip from Zip Trader. I'm pretty sure I'm only going to play a small bit. He wouldn't mind. Because we always listen to the guys on these big networks. And the truth be told, a lot of these guys on YouTube are doing a better job and more accurate and helping you guys to make more money than these big networks, right? So listen to this. I've said this time and time again, and I've showed it in the chart, but he mentioned it yesterday, and I just so happened to catch it.
Now, if you look at the historical data, Bitcoin tends to go up not just before, but after halving as well. It doesn't usually go up immediately after halving, but overall, within a month or two, you start seeing the next wave of uptrending. And if you look at this chart from CoinDesk, it shows July 9th of the 2016 halving cycle. You had that halving, and then you had a sell-off of about 28% over the next 2 weeks, and then Bitcoin started slowly rising and towards new all-time highs. You open up the chart, the sell-off that you saw after that halving ended up being this small little portion here when everybody was fear-mongering that Bitcoin was done forever and that halving destroyed Bitcoin. Well, the overall situation ended up being just this small little dumpito right here, and it ended up going from halving prices at $648 to over 10K, right over that 10K line, and it topped out around 19K.
So you guys see, he said what I've been saying, that there's generally a bleed off up unto the halving, and then it usually falls shortly thereafter. But within a month, you actually would have been a good time to start accumulating, okay? To start accumulating these miners, right? Now, that doesn't mean that that's exactly what's going to happen. It doesn't mean that right now is the absolute best time, but we're just going with it, okay? So that's what I wanted to show you about Mara. And let's keep it going. Let's go to MicroStrategy. Here's what I'm looking at MicroStrategy, right? MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. I want you guys to understand that there's a correlation with MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. Let's go over the last 5 days. We got a lot of gapping there. Let's go here over the last month. I have to go over this again because people just don't understand. Right now, MicroStrategy is 1268. It is down over the last month, 12%, right? But let's look at how the correlation really acts. Now, as you could see, if Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin is the yellow line. Bitcoin's up, what happens to MicroStrategy? It goes up twice as much. Bitcoin falls, you see the yellow? What happens to MicroStrategy? It falls twice as much. You see the correlation? Direct correlation. Boom. Every single movement. I want you to keep this in mind and not just look at the charts. If you're expecting MicroStrategy to go up while Bitcoin is falling, then you are doing yourself a disjustice. So you have to look at some of the fundamentals and then the charts, right? Doing them both. Look at the charts, then go to the fundamentals and go back to the charts, because this is tricky. Remember, this is a swing trade, okay? So, but if you see year to date, you'll see that when Bitcoin was really holding strong, look at how much right here you could see March 5th what happened to MicroStrategy? It literally took off, right? Now, I'm expecting that to happen again if Bitcoin, not if, but when Bitcoin takes off again. Let's get rid of Bitcoin so we could see, let's get rid of those key data points. And so now we could see MicroStrategy. As a matter of fact, let's go to MicroStrategy here. Now I want to show something. I am not a chart master, okay? I just notice things, okay? So here I got the 50 EMA, right? And we got a long print here. So we got a long print here, but that doesn't, we got a long print here, but that doesn't mean you go long for long, right? And for those of you that know what I'm talking about, because as you can see right here, we got a long, and then boom, short right away. But let's look at the RSI, and I'm on the hourly. Let's look at the RSI, Relative Strength Index, okay? So we could see, this is one of the things I want you guys to know. This remained, MicroStrategy remained overbought from Monday, February 26th, all the way to March 14th. See that? And so it had a little dip and came down, but it never dipped beneath the 50. So right now we got this under 50, under 50, under 50, then we broke above, okay? And so now it's kind of, on the hourly, is kind of indecision, but I would say it could trend up further, right? This is just a guess. I know some of you guys are going, Larry, but look at this on the chart, look at that, and you may be right. What I'm saying is I'm just going to start to DCA, dollar cost average. And I'm telling you that the only ones that I'm dollar cost averaging in at this point is MicroStrategy, Mara. Because of Mara, what they have done to put themselves in this situation, they were the ones that got beat down the worst last quarter, remember? But I'm going to start because like I said before, biggest market cap. That's what I'm going to rely on. And then CleanSpark, okay? Let's look at CleanSpark. CleanSpark is flat for the day. For the week, it's actually down. For the month, it's a little up. But year to date, it's up 51%. Now, CleanSpark was a beast. It was running. And I like CleanSpark. You guys heard the CEO here on this channel. The reason why I'm buying CleanSpark will be at the end of this video. I want you to listen to the CEO. They've done a lot of things to put themselves in a position where they are operating very lean, okay? Their hash rate, they have put themselves the way they hodled their Bitcoin, all of this, all right? Let's just take a quick look at their balance sheet. Let's see what's going on with it. It's the same story, quarter over quarter. Income and revenue, up. Look at this. This is what we like to see. Look at this. Operating expense down 56%. But as you can see, CleanSpark has been doing a good job setting up and getting ready to be profitable after the halving. And just like Zip Trader said, and just like I said a year ago, and 6 months ago, and 9 months ago, that they generally trade off leading to the halving, and then it's a good time to start accumulating, okay? Hopefully you understand everything that I've been talking about the Bitcoin miners and MicroStrategy. Remember, every time Bitcoin moves up 1%, MicroStrategy usually moves up 2%. And that's why I like MicroStrategy. It's like trading Bitcoin on leverage, but safer than leverage trading, which I would not do if I were you. Not on crypto, right? And so if you really want to learn about crypto, look, take this course. You're going to learn about the stock, which MicroStrategy, CleanSpark, and Mara are all stock. But you got to follow Bitcoin. And if you want to know about Bitcoin, altcoins, and meme coins, including, if you want to make a killing with all of these, take the class, Stock Up You, all right? Invest in you first. All right. I think I covered everything, good people. I'm going to leave it right there. So let's do a recap. I'm going to start accumulating all three today. I'm going to start dollar cost averaging, and I'm not going in heavy because I believe we got time because Bitcoin is still trading sideways. Yes, I've been accumulating altcoins, and I've been accumulating some of the memes while we are in this pattern. Okay, so it's pretty flat. So I'm really not gained in the last 3 weeks or so because it's just been trading sideways. So I'm up just a little bit on the memes and the alts that I've been buying in the last week or so, and you're probably in the same thing, in the same state. But I have been DCAing into some of them. I'm not going to get into those. That'll be another video. Because I believe eventually there'll be a move up, but it's not going to be a straight line. And I've been dollar cost averaging in small enough amounts that if there is a big pullback, I could go in with twice as much as I've been dollar cost averaging. This is my strategy. You let me know what your strategy is. I'm just sharing with you guys what Larry is doing, okay? Make sure you check out those 2 links. Make sure you check out the Patreon. I'm going to go hang out there when I finish here. And make sure you check out Stock Up You. Okay? Invest in yourself first. Listen, good people. If you don't take my course, take somebody else's courses. Courses are getting a bad rap. I'm going to tell you, had I taken a course when I first started to understand what I was getting into, it would have made 1,000 times the money back by now, especially the amount. So if you don't take my class, take someone's class, okay? Just learn what you're getting into, all right? All right, we'll leave it right there. Live, love, laugh, and learn.